Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Today is November 2nd, 2021, the end of the year hastening. I'm gonna introduce myself. This is Brother Tamayim Live, coming here to you today on November 2nd, 2021, the end of the year hastening by Elder Apostle Taha. And first and foremost, I would love to turn to the east and give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. And give double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well and sound doctrine and teach well. What brothers want to get into today is, I was just going through some scriptures, thinking how blessed we are living in a world, living in a world at this time, with the knowledge that we've been given. Immensely blessed, because by reading and reading the scriptures and eating the whole roll, it gives you and your household an opportunity at salvation from the things coming to this place that a vast majority of the people will never have, including our people, including a large amount of our people. 2/3 of our people on this side will never have this knowledge. Will never be able to act on the opportunity that we've been given, And we got that knowledge by first identifying and resonating with the people written in these passages via the curses and different customs and characteristics and tendencies, written through the scriptures. Then by measuring the time diligently, filtering current events through scriptures to know how close we are to our salvation, how close we are to our kingdom, how close we are to rulership. That's why it says, blessed is he that readeth. And I'm gonna start off getting that scripture. And with that being said, I pray this lesson is edifying as well. So this is the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, right? And not anyone that read, because it's a lot of people that read the Bible. It's almost 2.5 billion Christians walking around this earth with in a wayward doctrine that's not gonna profit them at all, But if you're the nation of Israel on sound doctrine and have been given the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you actually have a shot at salvation on this side. That's why I'm gonna get this and go back to Revelation. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 16. Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Showing you that it's a difference. Showing you that it's a different type of scope you gotta look through. There's only one type of scope you can look to or look through that will benefit you and that will lead to your salvation of you and your household, So blessed are you that have the eyes to see and the eyes and the ears to hear that are reading, that are on sound doctrine. So back to Revelations. I hope I made sense. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Because it was first, if you was called, being in this truth, I would say first you was called being in this truth, and the things resonated and you read it because you put two and two together. You put two and two together with these curses. Realizing that these problems habitually occurring in only our communities are in these curses. Are written in these scriptures. Our curses put on the children of Israel, showing you that, and with your spirit bearing witness, showing you that you are of that descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Identifying with these curses which was put on us for a sign to know that we was going off, and for a sign to know that we and only we are to come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou art destroyed. We're destroyed as a nation of Israel as a whole. Majority of our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Majority of our people are destroyed via these curses for what we did in our past incarnations, for forbearing, for forsaking Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. I'm going to continue on. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So you start wondering, why do I gotta live like this? Why do only my people have to live like this? Why is we the only people, playing with guns at 11 and 12, killing each other? Why is we the only ones that ain't safe going in neighborhoods that we don't belong? Why can't I go to a white neighborhood or a heathen neighborhood? And why is it only a risk to my safety if I do this, at certain times of the day? You see that these curses are things that only we as a nation have to go through. And you first see that, you first get that wisdom and knowledge through the scriptures. Getting that blessing via those eyes to see and those ears to hear. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 66. And things I just named as curses. And the Lord Yahweh shall, that's not. Page ripped. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. So God, you start filtering things and start understanding that these is curses that only we have to go through. Why the police beating us up or pulling up on the side of the curb to make a scene in front of everybody and putting us on the curb every time we go to the store? Why is we the only ones, killed by people that we pay our tax dollars to when that's supposed to be protecting and serving our communities? That is a curse. These are things written of in the scriptures of your people, of you. Because these are you in these past incarnations. So the book of Zechariah. I don't think it's Zechariah. Yeah, it is Zechariah. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. What does that sound like? What does that sound? Whosoever perish being innocent, but what does that sound like? Habitually, putting our people in harm's way, habitually killing our people and getting off scotch-free, a paid vacation. These are curses written in these Bibles. Continuing on, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So these are curses that only you and your people can resonate with. These are written here for you to realize something ain't right, and it ain't been right. But you will only understand this in totality, reading the Bible and going through life with the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You start seeing shit like damn, why our people break their back every day for nothing? And other heathens, other motherfuckers come here, that's not from here, and get a business in your community as a starter package. Why I'm in high school, I'm a grown-ass man sharing a bed with two other niggas. Why is we living fucked up generation after generation? And where's this money? Where's the money going? Where's the money going? Because this can't be life. This is not life. And you've been blessed with the eyes to see and the eyes to hear. I mean, for the eyes to see and the ears to hear, considering these things and filtering them through the scriptures, This is the book of, and that is a curse. And that's a curse. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages earn enough wages to put it into a bag filled with holes. Who does it sound like? Continuing on. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. These curses, these afflictions are put upon us to consider our ways, man. And only the men blessed enough with the ultimate blessing to seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and consider their ways and filter life through the scriptures have I'ma just keep going. I'm gonna keep going. This is the book of, I was gonna say they have the wisdom and knowledge, you know? They have the wisdom and knowledge to understand these things in totality. This is the book of, because again, these plays are not life. They're here for us to consider our ways. You know, the lives we lived in the past open us up to judgment. Open us up to these lives that we're subject to, man. If you want to call them lives. And the only way you obtain this wisdom and knowledge is if the Lord put the Spirit on you, and if He has blessed you with the ultimate blessing of seeking Him. That's the ultimate blessing. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord Yahweh understand all things. And where do you seek the Lord? Where do you seek the Lord? That's why it says, blessed is he that readeth, because that's the only way to know and have a chance at making it out on this side, man. Because like I said, most won't, and it's gonna be like a wave to a drop that do. You know? I'm gonna read that again. That's why it says, blessed is he that readeth. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. The time is at hand, and by by reading and figuring out who you are, and hearing the words of prophecy with the ears that actually hear, if you can receive it, you're able to measure the time diligently, and you're able to know how close you are to the end of things, to the end of this age, to how close you are to your salvation, if you're at that number, or your condemnation, if you're at that number to the sword, you know? But most people given the eyes to see and that enduring to the end are going to be delivered by their righteousness through the Spirit of power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. He said, Salaki, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the earth, will begin to visit the world which he made. Continuing on. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and what type of uproars of the people in the world? That's how you know we close. That's how you know we close. Because by the way, we're in the times of the most major uproars of the people. You know, due to this scamdemic, you know, due to which was a controlled demolition on the economy, it has suffered, the economy, the world has suffered irreparable damages. Just like Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua prescribed. You know, it's all prophecy which leads to our redemption. So that's why we're just blessed without we're unimaginably blessed, man. Starting with the jobs. Let's get that. Let's talk about the jobs. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. Golly. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And this is huge, man. This is huge, starting with the jobs. There's very few jobs that's even worth getting anymore, man, that's open. The middle class that could sustain itself independently of the rich has been totally wiped out, according to the plan of the elites, according to the plan of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua on the left-hand side, And it's only two classes left if the middle class is wiped out. What classes do that leave? That leaves the rich, the super rich, and the poor. It only makes the rich richer and the poor poorer, Taking a toll on the average Babylonian, a toll with the eviction moratoriums ending. Your bills not stopping, niggas still eating, and no decent job openings. What do you expect to come? Complete and utter chaos, man. But I'm gonna stay on these jobs real quick. This is a book of Ecclesiastes. Yeah, Ecclesiastes. I don't know why I said that long, guys. Ecclesiastes. But Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 3. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Oh, wait. Salak, I don't know why I dropped. Dang. Salak, I dropped the precept. I'm gonna read it over. Oh, Ecclesiastes. It's the book of Ecclesiastes. Chapter 12, verse 3. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 3. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the window be darkened, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Long story short, that the grinding is going to cease. It's not going to be no work in Israel. And like I said again, like I will say again, this was a controlled demolition. This was a controlled demolition. Because just the poor relying on the rich until some got to give, that's just going to lead to the next phase of the smoke out. But it's really going to lead a step closer to our salvation, which is the food shortage. With no jobs and no policies, with no jobs and health policies prohibiting the offloading and the imports, the supply chain is completely broken. Irreparable damage has been done to the supply chain. Completely unfixable, which is spoken of in the Bible because of the atrocities taking place here. Yeah, because of the atrocities taking place here. That's the best way to say it. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 13. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it. Look at it now. Look at America now, man. Look at the world now, 2021. Everybody's mourning because the land's been sinning against him grievously, starting with the elects, facilitating and creating an environment conducive to sin, conducive to death. Continuing on. And will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So this is spoken of. It's the Lord doing this, man. It's not Esau, Edom doing this. The Pharaoh's mind is in the hand. The king's mind is in the hand of the Lord. He turneth it whithersoever he will. It's the Lord doing this, man. Using Esau to bring his own demise and to bring in the usher in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, establishing this earth in righteousness. Getting done with them because our iniquity had end. And he's just being his remnant to the marriage. And the closer and closer we get to that, the closer and closer we get to his end and our beginning. But blessed is he that readeth, man. Blessed is he that knows these things. Blessed is he that's living accordingly to life. And that's been given the spirit, that's been given the privilege to do so. We so blessed, man. We won't even realize it until I would say we will realize it more and more as time goes on. You know? Because like I said, it's the Lord doing this. So his servants going to eat. You know, his servants that had eyes to see and ears to hear, and they going to eat. His servants going to know what's coming. You know, his servants going to know what's coming and prepare themselves spiritually. That's going to arise and depart because this is not their rest. You know, they will be fine. You know, they going to be decent. You hear me? They're going to come down as New Jerusalem when it's all said and done. But the rest is going to starve here, man. The rest is going to die here by either the sword, famine, or the pestilence. You know? They either going to starve or nearly starve, and it's going to catch them off guard. Even with all this going on, they never going to see it coming, man. They never going to see it coming. And it said this. It said this is what the lack of work leads to. Famine. Famine. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. Chapter 6, verse 22. Yeah, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. It's going to catch y'all off guard, man, suddenly. It's going to be suddenly y'all that haven't been watching, that haven't been keeping y'all posts. That's number to the sword. Because majority never believed it. Majority never believed in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's power and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's might, you know, and his ability. No, they never believed that he was the ruler in the kingdom of men, that he was the living. They never believed these things, you know. They never saw America coming to this point, or especially that point that it's coming to, when storehouses is suddenly appearing unsown. You know, they never seen an empty storehouse. You know, all they seen is food be readily accessible. And that's fine, because that's going to be their downfall for not considering that the Lord was against this place, man. That's going to be their downfall. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. The Lord was against this place and anybody spiritually, you know, dwelling here, man. Anybody comfortable here. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. That's unimaginable here, man. The worst you'll get, what majority of Americans say, are just nutrient deficient, are just malnourished because of nutrient deficiencies, man. You don't see no 8 cents a day Babylonians, man. No 80 cents a day Babylonians. So that's unfathomable for the average Babylonian, man. The only people see these things coming are the elites and the real elites, the elect, the Israelites, you know? Continuing on. And the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. That's what's coming to this place. Complete, utter famine, complete, utter desolation. Because what do you think is going to come after no food? What do you think is going to come after after no bread? What you think is going to come? So all you overly proud Babylonians that's saying, oh, this won't happen in our lifetime. This can't happen in our lifetime. Let's say it's not going to happen no time soon. Y'all just going to learn the hard way, you know? I'm going to get that. And it's let me get that. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 27. Son of man, behold. One second. It's a lot. Yeah. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off. But shit, honestly, fuck what they say, man. I was going to continue, but fuck what they say. What did the Lord say? Let's get that. What did the Lord say? Because it says, it's the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 4. I'm going to do 3. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall that unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Is that going to stop shit going on? Is that going to stop Yahweh Bashim Yahweh's ordinances and his purpose that he has for the earth? Most High forbid. Yet let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Because we all will be judged, man. We all will be judged. What is going to be your reward? Because he's coming back to reward every man according as their work shall be. So fuck what they said. What did the Most High say? The Most High said, I'm going to get this. This is what the Most High said. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. This is what the Most High said. And evil and only evil, behold, is come. That's what the Most High said. While you saying, oh, it's far off. Verse 6, and end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. So who you going to believe? A person? Or the person controlling heaven and earth? Not the person, the power controlling heaven and earth. Because this is what the Lord says. I'm going to go back to Ezekiel. So the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 28. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. This is what the Lord said. There shall none of my words be prolonged anymore. So the time has come. But the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh. So this is what the Lord said, man. That's what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai said, man. And again, like I said, the wise, the men and women that have been given the eyes to see and the ears to hear are blessed beyond measure. Because we believe these things and we prepare ourselves accordingly not to have to suffer the consequences of anybody else dwelling in this world, man. We blessed, man. Reading, measuring the time, and enduring is going get us out of here without a scratch on this, man. Without a scratch on this, man, so to speak. I know some of us gonna have to go through it. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. But it's not gonna compare to the things coming to the people that prepare themselves prepare not for their masters coming. And you're gonna see, and you're gonna see, but not experience the demise of a person who continues their days of simplicity, man. Who continues their days in the flesh, man. Because this is the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs. Yeah, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. If we're of that number, we're of the prudent man who's seen that evil and hid themselves, man. And where do you hide yourself? Proverbs 18 and 10. What? The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. And it's safe. So that's where we run. Continuing on. But the simple pass on and are punished. So us of that number, not number to the sword, us deemed acceptable men who came forth through the furnace of adversity and the furnace of affliction, we will see the demise of the simple, but not experience it, man. But not experience it, because the simple gonna pass on and be punished. You know, but back to the food shortage, because it's said in the Bible that it's gonna get so bad that cannibalism is gonna take place, you know? It said that, and you know what they say about hunger, you know, it's better to be slain by the sword than to be slain by hunger. Having your organs eat themselves. Detoxing for the first time in your life. You Babylonians, you fasting for the first time in your life, under stress, under hellish conditions. That's gonna be, it will be hell, man. So the average person is gonna do whatever he or she has to do to eat, man. Especially a Babylonian that has little to no moral code, man. I heard the elder apostle Ramla, you know, mention a quote in his sit down, I want to say a week or two ago. You know, and I'm not sure if this is the same quote I'm familiar with, but his name was Alfred Lewis. And he basically said that, we used to talk about this all the time at my old occupation, that there was 9 meals between mankind and anarchy, man. Showing you that the lack of livelihood, on top of a lack of good, a lack of bread, is going to lead to anarchy and utter chaos and Babylon the Great, which is prophesied of in the Bible, man. Which only the people with the ears to see and the eyes to hear them, the ears to hear and the eyes to see and the ears to hear, will prepare themselves adequately enough to be hedged from. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, cities shall be troubled, their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Showing you that people ain't as close as you think they are, man. People are not gonna be as buddy as you think they are when it comes to kill to be killed, when it comes to eat or be eaten. They're only gonna be able to trust a person dwelling in the spirit, dwelling in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Continuing on. Yeah. Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So because of the things taking place, because of the amount of turmoil taking place, they're not gonna just be out and without, man. They gonna have it in their mind, I gotta do this, I gotta eat, I'm gonna eat, you know? These Babylonians gonna be running in stores, homes, or wherever for food, man. They're not playing, and that's gonna lead to other crimes, such as killing, kidnapping, robbery, rape, all type of shit, man. And it's gonna be Jake, especially Judah, getting it in, man. Cause they gonna eat. It's just, you feel me? They gonna eat, man. They gonna eat. He said he gonna make Judah a terror. A terror. This is the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah. Chapter 19, verse 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Think about that, man. All these jakes that don't got no fucking manners, bro, that's irritated. It ain't no drugs around. Alcohol is a hot commodity. They're gonna be terrorizing, motherfucker. They're going out to the birds. They're going out to all the sweet pots. It's lawlessness. There's no law enforcement at this point. It's just gonna be up, man. Judah is gonna be a terror. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, which he have determined against them, man. So it's gonna be the Lord Yahweh giving, because you know Judah, low key, is a docile ass nation, man. Judah blow a few of his away, man, before he hurt a hair on the Edomite head, man. So when the Lord puts that, when the Lord removes that spirit of slumber, removes that spirit of docileness, if that's the word, from Judah, and puts on them and rises them up, they're gonna be a terror to you Edomites, man. There's even gonna be Edomites killing Edomites for political ideologies, thinking that shit still matter. You know, thinking that killing each other over food, over envy. You know, because Edomites, they harbor, especially to each other, they harbor a lot of emotion, but they can't take the type of emotion that they want to take out on each other in a first world society, because they would lose things, man. They would lose their livelihoods. But in that time, it won't matter, man. It won't fucking matter. It's up, man. He looked at me crazy. He's fucking dead, man. He's fucking dead. And you know, Edomites, they're fucking out of here. He's on the list. They're not playing, man. These fucking Egyptians ain't gonna be playing. So the book, they fuck around and get it in first. This is the book of, cause you know this is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So yeah, just total iniquity. No one is gonna give a fuck about each other in that day. Nobody's gonna care all about each other in that day, especially the weak. And it's gonna because they don't care now, but it's gonna show. It's gonna show that they don't care, man. It's gonna show that they're taking advantage. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And also because this was the plan all along, man. Order out of chaos. And what does this chaos lead to? That was orchestrated by the so-called white man. That was orchestrated by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on the left-hand side. What does this lead to? Because they're not about to let this go on. They're not about to waste a good opportunity. This is going to lead to martial law, which is also spoken, which is, as always, spoken of in the Bible. Because this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's movie, man. It's the book of 2nd Esdras. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16. Yeah. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. You think they're gonna give a fuck about what Sleepy Joe gotta say, man? No, he gotta send them troops. And it's not gonna be no fucking National Guard or no army, bro. It's gonna be EU soldiers, man. FEMA troops, man. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. What does that sound like? That sounds like martial law, man. As you know, America is broken up into 10 parts. That's why in the Bible says even the 10th part of the city. And I don't know if it says even, but I know it says it mentions 10 parts of a city, because this is a Most High's movie, and America is broken up into 10 FEMA regions. I'm pretty sure the Bay Area is FEMA region number 9. I think reciting that off of what the elder has said previously. You know, it's broken up into regions. You know, it's gonna be brigades and and limits on how far you can travel and a curfew. And if you don't follow those rules, if you get caught outside breaking the rules, it's gonna be your demise. It's gonna be death, because it's gonna be illegal for you to be going against these martial laws and these rules set before you. You're gonna be put to death, man. You're gonna be shot like an enemy of the country, like an enemy of the state. Caught behind enemy lines, breaking these rules, man. And this is martial law spoken of and about. Oh, and what do you think that what do you think that the devil's solution is going to be? Like I say, he's not going to waste a good opportunity. He's not going to waste a good opportunity. Everybody is in complete subjection. There's no rules. There's no representation of the people. There's none of that. What do you think that the devil's solution to the problem he orchestrated on the left-hand side is going to be? It's going to be that digital owl. It's going to be that chip. And the only way to prepare yourself, if you're an Israelite, is by reading and by measuring the time diligently and separating yourself, giving your diligence to make your call and election sure and to the end. Because this was written and prophesied about thousands of years ago. Thousands of years ago. This is the book of Revelations. Chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So showing you that the chip, the digital the mark is gonna be the solution. It's gonna be the main reason all this was even taking place, all this was even orchestrated. To get the masses smoked out, to smoke out the masses into the trap, into the ultimate goal, I would say. Yeah, into the ultimate goal. And for you that say you're just not gonna take it, like you can just refuse you can just refuse your judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They got places for you. They got places for you. And this is also prophesied in the Bible. All these stores closing down around the country, all these stadiums, all these malls, all these schools, the FEMA camps. They're gonna be makeshift, not even makeshift. Majority of these places was designed to be FEMA camps, man. It's the book of Revelation. Chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which y'all shall suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days, a complete amount of days. Be faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. These are FEMA camps. And that crown of life and deliverance from that situation is only coming to the elect. Don't think you're just gonna live life as a nigga and get killed in a FEMA camp and just come down as New Jerusalem. No. Only the ones that die in Hamashiach will be risen first. Oh, and don't get me wrong, the elect, only a portion of the elect is gonna have to suffer the death of a martyr. Don't suffer the death as a witness, for Yahweh Shah. The rest gonna be ducked off, as a reward for their faith. Prior to the evil days. Prior to coming back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Coming to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua prior to the evil days drawing out. But while that's going on, you're going to have another prophecy taking place. Another one, man, concurrently. World War III, which is what we're in the beginning of. And this was prophesied again thousands of years ago for us to prepare ourselves through various incarnations and make our calling and election sure. Well before the evil days drew nigh. But yeah, World War III. So the book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So you don't see Ukraine and the U.S. meddling with Ukraine and Russia's affairs. You don't see the U.S. Interfering with China and Thailand's affairs. You don't see the U.S. interfering with Israel and Iran's affairs. There's going to be multiple theaters that's already set up for America to be bombarded with nuclear missiles. Bombarded with nuclear missiles, man. Thermonuclear fire. That type of war is coming to your city. Not a city near you, your city. This is the book of Isaiah. Chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with the burning and fuel of fire. Showing you the type of warfare that's about to be taking place, man. And this was the 1 second. So yeah. So yeah, and this is what was prophesied up in the Bible, man. And with America at the state it's gonna be at, divided, in the state that it's gonna come to, due to martial law, famines, just uproars of the people. Do you think it has a shot to win World War III? Do you think it has a chance at making it out victorious in World War III? Let's see what the Bible says. This is the book of Mark. This is the book of Mark 3, verse 1 second. Salakia, y'all. Oh, this is the book of Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So America's going to be so divided, and based on the rules that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua already ordained for America to lose, he even said if a kingdom is divided against itself, it can't stand. So it has no fighting chance in World War III, especially when its own allies is going to bomb them. It said even her allies is going to get tired of the whore and shoot at her, man. This is the book of Revelations. Chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns, NATO and EU, the 10 horns is the NATO and EU political military infrastructure, which thou sawest upon the beast. The beast is the Roman Empire, the revitalized Roman Empire. So it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. And what's the whore? Babylon the Great. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So this is talking about even America's own allies shooting at her. So it has no leg to stand on. It said in the Bible that people are going to shoot at her and spare no arrows. Not going to miss. It said none shall break her ranks. So yeah, man, the argument and the aqua in the truth on sound doctrine, enduring it to the end, are immensely blessed, man, overly blessed, because we're not gonna have to face the hardships and the penalties of these people that refuse to hearken. We're not about to have to face the hardship that the world is about to face, because we, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, the hopeful elect, is gonna be saved out of it. to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Great pride, man. Really a great slumber. and the Lord gave that to you because he rejected you. And we can prove that through the scriptures. So the book, I'm going to just use my phone. So the book of Romans chapter 11 verse 8. According as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, as that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Unto this day. So people are asleep. The vast majority of our people is asleep. The 2/3 is sleep. Motherfuckers think they're gonna be good here, you know, and die old without the law over and over. No, man. No, and to make another point, the Lord is putting that spirit of slumber on you because he's rejected you. So the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 6. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 11. Pretty sure. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 6, verse. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, who shall I send? And who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. So yeah, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has rejected majority of our people. Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. Because the Lord tried, man. The Lord putting that spirit of slumber on you. He rejected you for generation to generation to come because he tried correcting you, man. He tried chastising you. Still got you under these curses for you to consider. Still got his men out here on the streets pleading with you. But you refuse. So you're rejected. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 3. O Lord Yahweh, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Jake. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return. This is what Jake is on, man. This is what Jake has been on through our previous incarnations. Constantly pleading through his servants, the prophets, to come back so he doesn't have to show you that he loves you, and you become stiff-necked. Constantly pleading with you hard-headed, stiff-necked Israelites. And a hard head gonna make a soft ass, man. Well, don't laugh. Well, a hard head is gonna make some soft ass. Alright, I'm lame. Alright, back to the scripture. I'm lame, I know. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 1. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck. No, he that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and without remedy, and that without remedy. Salakia. So yeah. So you 2/3 are not gonna get right, and you're gonna be utterly and suddenly destroyed without remedy because you're not going to get right. You're going to suddenly be destroyed. While you out there eating and drinking and giving in marriage as in the days of Noah, as said in the Bible, with all this going on all these things going on to make you think and consider like, what's, who am I? Why is this taking place? How can I be saved out of this? You refuse to hearken. You refuse to come back. You're only going to be made right by death, man. This is the book, and that's what's coming to this place. Mass death. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 22, verse 14. And it was revealed in mine ears by the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Surely this iniquity shall not be purged from you till ye die, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. So yeah, man, the Lord is just fattening the 2/3 up who was born in vain for the kill. And America gonna be out here with thermonuclear missiles? You know that? Alright. So yeah, man, the Lord is just literally fattening up the 2/3 who was born in vain at this point, man. For the kill, man. Fattening them up for the kill, just reserving them while preparing the elect, man. While preparing his bride for salvation. And not only to be saved, but to rule, man. Right after we're saved, to rule, man. How beautiful is that, man? That's why I said, bro, we're immensely blessed, man. We're immensely blessed. Because what he said, the Lord knows. Listen, this is the book of 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. The Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. That's what the Lord is doing, man. That's what the Lord is doing. And that's what the Lord is going to do. He's delivering. He's delivering the godly out of temptation by his fear, by his rod, by his chastisement, by his wisdom. But he's reserving the unjust for the day of judgment, for the day of destruction, to be punished, man. It's the the water Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for the mercy, man. Because we can easily be a 2/3. We can easily be in the world, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Especially me, man. Like, I can easily be a 2/3. Haircuts, fucking YouTuber, selling some fucking medicinal weed, real estate, fucking all things of vanity, man. All these things, vending machines, what I had, I had, bro, a whole bunch of vanity plan. Like, that shit was gonna benefit me, man. But the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had a lot of mercy on me, man. For real. No bullshit, man. And I ain't saying I'm somebody, man. I'm out here struggling, you hear me? But bro, the Lord had a lot of mercy on me, man. Not even a year ago, bro. Not even a year ago I came into this truth, man. And seeing how far the world went to a degenerate state, and seeing how far it has yet to go, and seeing how much I have in front of me if I continue to endure, I can't thank Yahweh Bashim Yahushua enough, man. I can't thank him enough. No bullshit, man. Or I could even not even have been like a successful 2/3. I could have been some nigga on the block, man, getting blicked down, hitting a lick, robbing a motherfucker right next to me, doing some goofy. Like, I could have been, bro, the Lord, Lord had a tremendous amount of mercy on all of us, man. On all of us. You know? This is the book of 2nd Esdras. So book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2. I'm gonna go back to 2nd Esdras. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 9. 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, man. How much more clear could it be, man? How much more clear could it be? And not the end of the world as far as, no fucking existence, no life, no planets, no, man. He's saying the end of an age. Because the earth is going to be here. Earth is going to be here well after any of you fucking heathens. Any of the 2/3. The earth is going to be here. The earth is going to be the kingdom, the place of the kingdom, the habitat of the kingdom that dwelleth righteousness, man. And that never ends, man. It's an everlasting kingdom. Earth going to be here. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. What is that? Ecclesiastes. All right. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So yeah, man, this isn't the end of just everything, man. This is the end of Esau and Edom's age, and the end of our captivity, and the beginning of Jake ruling under Yahushua forever, forever. I'm gonna get that. Book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So yeah, man, we are in amazing standings, dwelling in that strong tower, dwelling in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because we're next. Israel was next. So if we're of that number that endures forever, I'm gonna go back to 2nd Esdras, man, because yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Who would have ever thought? This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. So yeah, by our righteousness, man, by taking hold on eternal life and enduring it to the end, by abstaining from this world and knowing we have so much greater and forever to enjoy it, man, after this place. I don't know why I keep dropping 2nd Esdras. This book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 8. Yeah, because it said, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said Paris, and shall see my salvation and my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning. So that's what that means if we endure unto the end. We're of that number that was chosen from the beginning, that was handpicked from the beginning, that was building the earth and making all these elements and making all this shit from the beginning. And that's crazy, bro. I can't even change a tire. No bet, like, bro, I can't even, bro. You hear me? I can't even change a tire, but I have a chance. If I endure to the end, that means I was at that number creating all the elements. You hear me? Who would have thought? Like, hey, bro, that's crazy, man. Those are those first fruits. You have a chance to be one of the first fruits, the ones who was with Yahushua from the beginning, That's why it's such a blessing if you've been given that sound doctrine and given the ability and given the heart to make haste and to set your heart aright and endure, man, in that sound doctrine. Living your life conducively to mercy, living your life conducively to salvation, man. Without wavering, man. If you do that, you have an amazing shot of being of that number, of that number that the world was made for, and of that number predestinated from the beginning to rule under Yahushua, man. How crazy is that? I might be tweaking. I might be over, like, I don't know. I don't think I am, man. That's crazy to me, man. Obviously, I did an hour off this, and I can't even go 30 minutes, so hour off of it. It had to be crazy to me. So the book of, I'm gonna get this in end. Just to further that point. It's the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, to walk in the stead of Yahushua, right? To want to be perfect and conquer this flesh like Yahushua to the best of your abilities, man. That he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Wow, man. That's wild. So with that being said, man, I hope I brought it home. We're immensely blessed, and we're gonna know it more and more as time goes on, as long as we endure in this faith, as long as we endure in this doctrine, as long as we wake up every day winning, you know, earning our inheritance. So I pray that it was edifying. I pray I brought it home for the elect of the nation of Israel. And before I end, I would love to, as always, give honor, all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakodah. Hey, we close, man. Shalom.